You're one ugly bleep. Wait, are you kidding me? 12A?
Yeah, so this is my direct Outta Theater review for Predator Badlands. So what do I think of Predator Badlands? Predator Badlands is basically 1990s Dark Horse Predator comics put on the big screen. That's basically it. I mean, if you think of Predator in either as a 4-film cinema franchise, 6 if you count the crossover movies, but we won't, plus a streaming movie, then what you basically know about the films is basically they're all pretty much the same. And you've got a predator who's an antagonist, sometimes more than one predator. And as far as I know, pretty much only in the first Alien vs. Predator movie was the predator basically on the side of the protagonists, or in that case the human. So other than that movie, Alien vs. Predator 1, we've never really seen the Predator as explored in, these Bibles here, which are the collected Dark Horse works of Predator. We've never really seen the comics version of Predator put on screen before, and so this is that. And Dan Trachtenberg, writer-director of Predator Badlands, he made also the previous movie in the franchise, which was the streaming movie Prey. Low budget, but it wasn't bad. And it got a lot of good feedback. And then he did an animated feature-length called Killer of Killers, which was kind of drawing from the same inspiration as this new movie, although not really from the point of view of the Predator. So anyway, I mean, Dan Trachtenberg, he's sort of in charge of the franchise now over at 20th Century Studios, and it's pretty clear he knows his shit pretty well. I mean, he'll have read all those Bibles. He knows obviously the movie history, the canon. And he understands the Yotja. He understands the clan culture, the caste system, things that were in all the expanded media, like comics and some of the books, but we've never really seen in the movies, or we've seen glimpses of it, but nothing really like involved or really explained properly. So anyway, this new film, and there's going to be spoilers in this upload. So this new film basically sees a predator, and he's basically he hasn't gone through his rites of passage, and by that I mean he's not officially earned the respect of his clan members, and he's not got the title Yautja, which is when you're an elite hunter, they bestow that title upon you. So basically the film starts and he's having some kind of, I won't call it a play fight, but he's having a non-lethal fighting with his brother from his clan. And we see that sort of play out, and he gets sort of bested by his brother, who's bigger than him, because he is the smallest and most insignificant member of the clan. And so then their father turns up, who's a predator elder, and he's a piece of work. His father is very he's very hard on Deck, who's our main hero, and because he sees him as weak, and he sees him as not being able to fulfill the role that the clan would assign to him of Yautja. He thinks he's not capable because he's smaller, and he's just not got it in him. And so basically, because of their code of honor system, he wants him to die with honor, and so he instructs his brother to murder him, to just kill him. He puts him in sort of a trap, and he tells his brother to murder Deck because he's not worthy. And at this point, the brother, you think he might sort of try and kill him, but he doesn't. Instead, he tries to kill the father because he's closely bonded with his brother Deck, obviously. So he attacks and tries to kill or fight the father, but then the father bests him and chops his head off or whatever. And so that's the end of Deck's brother. But in doing so, Deck manages to escape on his ship, or his brother's ship, and he ends up on a planet seeking out this hunt, which he believes, if he is successful and brings home the trophy of this prize beast on this planet, he will gain the respect of his clan, gain his honor, and presumably become Yautja, which is his objective. So he lands on this planet anyway, and the planet's really hostile, and so he has to basically survive, fight his way off all the flora and fauna. There's loads of animals, lethal plants and stuff. And so, but then he runs into a synthetic humanoid, or an android. That's Elle Fanning in the movie, and she's part of a Weyland-Yutani research expedition, who it turns out are also trying to capture the same beast as he is trying to kill. So anyway, but the twist is that Elle Fanning has been attacked by the beast, and she's missing her legs, which were left somewhere. Only she can't physically get to them because she's dragging herself with her hands. So basically, what happens though is she helps Deck when he becomes unconscious from one of the poisonous jungle trees, and she gives him antidote and helps him recover. So then they're kind of locked in a mutual bond of mutual help. So he calls her his tool, which is kind of funny because they have a universal translator, so they can understand each other. And then so basically he straps her on his back without her legs, obviously, and they go looking through the jungle for this large beast, and that's basically the bones of the plot. It turns out also there is, along with Elle Fanning's android, she has a sister android which is identical, synthetic, I should say, and her sister android is slightly different, programming wise, since she's less, I suppose, empathetic or compassionate. Anyway, the team of Deck and his new android tool eventually encounter her sister Tia, and I think it's Tia. I could be wrong about that. One, oh no, she's Tia. The other one is, oh, I forget already. Anyway, so they encounter the sister synthetic, as well as a bunch of other synthetics, male ones, who are there as a sort of force, a protection force for the scientists. So anyway, as it turns out, on their journey, they also encounter a strange sort of little creature, and we find out later that this creature is actually the offspring of the giant beast that they're all searching for and trying to capture or kill in Deck's case. And it turns out that the creature, so they befriend the little creature, and it comes along with them. It helps them out a bit, and I've got to point out that the people online who are going to pick this movie apart because that's what they do, and they're going to focus on this and say, oh, it's PG-13, no blood, or no human blood, and they're going to say, oh, it's got a cute little alien in it. So you can already see where the criticism is going to come from. Oh, it's a buddy movie with a few jokes in, but I'd rebut a lot of that. I'd say the creature's not that cute, and I'd also say that the jokes aren't played for not played for maximum gag value. That it's basically a buddy movie, sort of, between an alien and a robot, with all the humour you'd expect in that scenario. And I don't think it goes over the top. I even think some of it was quite well written, and some of the lines were funny, but not overboard as to take you out of the situation. Because this film has loads of action. It's got tons of action. There's basically only a 10-15 minute period in the hour mark where it slows down a little, and and they're not in danger of being imminently killed. But after that, again, the last 35 minutes, just pure action, set pieces, and they look gorgeous. Some of the contrasting in the dark scenes at night suffers from your typical Disney Plus issues, where it's you can't really always make out that clearly what's going on, but there's enough light sources that you're able to follow it anyway, and that's it really. If I could say anything about it, I'd say that the script's a bit thin, but again, what do you expect from a Predator franchise entry? You're not expecting, you're not expecting The Godfather, are you? You're expecting to be entertained by coolness, hunter badassery, spectacle, creatures, strange-looking planets, and basically does what it says on the tin. I note that this movie's made $5 million in Thursday night previews from limited screens, and I'm trying to reconcile that with the projected opening weekend of 25 million, I think I read. And I was thinking, oh, that's low for a 5 million Thursday night, and they're only predicting 25 million through the weekend. I mean, what did Tron Ares make through the weekend? 60 worldwide, I think. Or was it just 60 in the US? It might be 60 in the US, in which case they reckon Predator's going to do, and Predator Badlands is going to do less than half of what Tron Ares opened to. I'd be surprised if that's the case. But nevertheless, I think this film will have some amount of legs. I'm not saying it's going to be a big sleeper or anything, but because it's science fiction and it's a franchise entry, so it's got those things go against it being a sleeper. But word of mouth will ensure that people who are interested in Predator, Aliens, and there are a lot of crossovers with that universe as well. That kind of universe, people who are interested in that will go and check it out based upon the positive reviews and the positive feedback from people like me who've watched it. That's my prediction, and I think it will have some legs. I don't think the drop off will be huge from second weekend, but at 100 million or so, plus marketing, this film probably only needs to make what, 250 to cover all of its costs, something in the region of that, 250 to 300. And if you also consider that the good word of mouth and amongst casuals that made Alien Romulus a $350 million hit last year is probably going to apply to this film. I'm not saying it's going to make 350 million, but it's going to make, I'll go out on a limb, I'll say between 200 and 250. Anyway, that's my prediction. Hope you hope you enjoyed the spoiler review. The spoilers. I'll try not to do too many, but I didn't give away the entire ending. So at the end of the day, I've come home tonight and clutching my Predator popcorn bucket. Absolutely gorgeous, and not expensive at all for the cheap plastic that it is. But it does look kind of nice. I mean, it's got a nice silver finish. So anyway, yeah, if you can find yourself one of those, why not? And go and support Predator, Badlands. If this film does well, we might get even more good Predator movies. And you might even get, whisper it, Arnold Schwarzenegger returning as Major Dutch Schaefer. But don't expect it. Cheerio.